Yo, that's crazy. I gotta listen to that whole track later. Yes, yes, yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Tashir Rasay. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 212 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man, Mr. Wallace, for that intro. We'll be using that throughout the month of September, then moving on to something else. Shout out to everybody watching right now. Now, this is Tuesday that this video is going up, and we're normally live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST, youtube.com/Computer Music Academy. However, I made a call this week to not do the show live simply because, and I'm not sure what exactly it was, but we did not get, I would say, a satisfactory amount of submissions this week that would really warrant having a live show, doing the whole bit. But I'm in the business of showcasing people who decide to turn in their submissions, so we're going to showcase them just in a non-live format this week, and hopefully we'll be back next week. It's that simple. That being said, what are we doing? All right, episode 212. I am a person, and CMA, the WHA, I should say, weekly homework assignment, it's all about, for me, challenges. It's not about who's making the best beat every week, because anybody, if you just say, go make a beat, they're going to come back with whatever. Whereas everyone that participates or chooses to participate, I like to give everybody challenges. It's not about just making beats, because you can make beats for days. For me, it's about, man, let me try to do something I may not have done before, or go to an area where I know I need to really step my game up. That's what I try to do with the weekly homework assignment. With that, we have a number of different challenges throughout the year. Different assignments, do this, don't do this, only use this, don't use this, you know, that kind of thing. Restrictions, limitations, rules. And I decided to go in a direction this week that we've gone, I want to say at least one other time before. We've done this before. And it's all about taking you out of your comfort zone, getting you to think outside the box in general when we do the assignment. But this one in particular is pretty special. This is what I call over and under, meaning we all have our areas that we stay in within a parameters. There we go. That's the best way to say it. We all have certain parameters we stay in when we create, and there's nothing wrong with that. But occasionally you need to step out of those parameters, and you never know what you'll get. So with me in particular, when I make beats, I'm normally between 90 and let's say 95. You realistically 90 and 93 is normally where I am. But occasionally I get above to the upper 90s, and then I get to, you know, the 100s and whatnot. Occasionally. That's what this assignment is all about this week. If you are in a particular range, so let's say if you're 90 to 100, go to the 100 above and above. If you're normally 100, come down to the 90s or less. And that's what this is all about. We do have 4 submissions this week, and considering who we have, I think this is going to be a damn good show, even though it's a truncated show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick things off as we normally do with our guy we haven't seen in a couple of weeks, but I got a feeling he's going to bring it this week with this particular challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, XZ Beats. XZ Beats. Boy, that was dope. Woo, not surprising. I mean, I XZ brings it. So it's not a surprise that he's going to bring it when he does bring it. When he does come through, I should say. Good God, that was dope. He says, back after a break I had to take because of health issues. I'm glad you're well. It's getting better now, so I'm able to make music again. Never made a song between 105 and 110, so here it is. Feels good getting here again. It feels good being here again. Cheers, XZ. This was dope, man. And you know what? I think I've said this before. If not, I'm definitely going to say it now. Well, before I go there, one of the things that I always speak about at CMA, definitely when it comes to the WHAs and these podcasts, is versatility. Being able to go several different places if necessary, because you just never know who you're going to run into. Or you run into someone that really they don't want to buy a beat off of you. They want to collaborate with you in a way where, here's an idea I have. I want you to make something like this, if possible. So that's why I preach versatility. And I love XZ's versatility because we've heard a lot of different styles from him. We've heard sample-based stuff. We've heard purely organic hip-hop stuff. We've heard electronic stuff on multiple occasions. Dude, he can go pretty much any damn where, and I love that he can do that. And he does such a great job of it. This joint right here is it's almost, I can't remember if he was in our summer episode, but this belongs in a summer joint. This is a really kind of upbeat, really good feeling joint. It has a great vibe to it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the intro, which was, a little longer, but when it did kick in, it's like, okay, let's go. I'm feeling where you're taking me. Let's go. I like that. All the instrumentation, the instruments that was actually played in this, beautiful. But what I absolutely love about this track is the way it actually breaks down towards the end. There's 3 breakdowns until the song actually ends. There's one at 1:45. There's another at 2 minutes, which is just guitar and keys. And then at 2:20, it looks like, where it's just keys. And it's just a very beautiful track. I really enjoy this. Man, XZ, as usual. My man, you are so on point. Thank you for that, man. Glad you're feeling well, because trust me, I've been through some health issues. So, yeah, glad you're feeling well. Good to see you back, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to this guy right here, man. I already got a feeling we're going to have something really dope because of what he's been doing this year. So let's see what he's doing this week. Ladies and gentlemen, my guy, your guy, no one you know. I see no one kind of took it back to his earlier beats where it was a lot of, I mean, he has a lot of bass, 808, whatnot, but he not stepping back, but he took it back to his style that he came in with for the most part. And I can't say I'm mad at it. Sounds damn good. But now we have the advantage of No One mixing a little bit better, doing a little bit better with sequencing, in his newer stuff. And it just, you can tell a much better understanding of what needs to be done musically in his eyes overall. Let's see what he has here. He says, well, my tempo range is usually from 77 to 93. So I took it up to 138 for this. It still sounds like my usual. I don't know. LOL. Yeah. Because the funny thing about it is, I don't know, and maybe this is something I definitely need to cover at CMA. I have not just yet. But you get into that, what I call like double time. You can essentially double the tempo. Like if you normally make something, let's say like 92, if you set your beat to your tempo to 184, you're getting what I would like to, how do I normally explain it? You get, the best way to explain it is with the double time procedure, rule, however, tactic, is if you turn your video camera up to a higher resolution and you get the chance to actually see more detail. I feel that is the exact same way that the double time tactic works. At least it has for me. You get a little bit more room on the grid to do more things. Your notes breathe a little bit more. You can let your notes fall in more places. Now you have to set your standard pattern. If you normally do 2 bars or 4 bars, you have to do it double time. So it has to be 8 in that case, because the time is going that much quicker. However, you can still do what you do a little bit easier in that double time. At least that's what I've seen. And I think a lot of other people who have pulled that trick off before will say the same. So that's where No One is getting that. Yeah, it still sounds the same. Yeah, that's why. That's why, because you said you normally do 77 to 193, and it's not a full double time, but 138. It's damn close. So yeah, you kind of understand what I'm saying there. I would have liked to have heard more of what No One is doing now in this track, where it's more instrumentation. There's more sequences that he puts into his stuff. Now, we didn't really get that here. It was a couple of different joints. There were some mutes, taking stuff in and out, not playing it in this measure, but bring it back 4 measures down, that kind of stuff. But it was still pretty cool overall. And again, you're getting the opportunity to get into a realm that you may not ever really messed with before. And that's why we do certain assignments. We take some away, we bring them back, kind of freshen things up. Overall, really nice job, No One. My man. Thank you for participating this week. Now, we get to go out to the West. Holla at one of our OGs. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray D 3000. Ray Diesel. I've known Ray since year one. I can't think of any submission of his offhand that was house or electronic. I'm not 100%. I can't say no. I can't remember because, of course, I've heard thousands of beats over the years. But this is refreshing to get from Ray. Oh boy, is it. I don't recall hearing this from dude before. And if we did get something more electronic from him, this is more like straight up house. I've never heard house from Ray D before. That I can definitely say. This was dope. He says, I am usually in the 80 to 97 BPM range with tracks. With this particular track, I was in the 107 BPM range. 4 on the floor house music range. I used the various machine instruments, expansions, and effects to create this track. I hope you enjoy. Peace. 3000. Again, not that I don't know if he's ever done this before. I've never heard house from Ray D. I don't think I have. I'm very certain I've never heard house. And boy, did he bring it. Boy, did he bring it. This was nice, Ray D. Oh, man. It's a nice, chill vibe. Very chill. This is, matter of fact, I put this on the same playlist with XZ's beat. Real talk. If I'm talking about some summertime, kind of, good feeling, chill kind of joint as well, something that you can chill to. Yeah, I definitely put that with that same playlist, on that same playlist. I love what you did here. And this is mostly machine stuff. I love, there is like some chords in here. I can never think of the name now, but I remember hearing those chords years ago. I want to say it was out of FM7, not even FM8. It was FM7 back then. It was either that or I had some Korg some Korg sounds, plugins close to 10 years ago. Maybe a little, it was actually more than 10 years ago that had that sound as well. And I used that a few times during that time. It just sounds so dope. It's a pure house sound. Those keys, those chords, I should say. But it works perfectly if you use it in other different styles of music. Sounds absolutely beautiful here. I love what he did there. Had a couple of other like synth hits going. He had those higher synths. Man. Bass, the drums, everything sounds damn good here, Ray D. Props, my man. I can't front. I wouldn't mind hearing some more Ray D house. Real talk. Woo! Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for that. And now to the finale of this fairly short, but I still say very good show. We already know what this man does. I'm tired of saying his name now. But taking us home, my man, Gamma PODZ. Gamma Pods, closing out episode 212 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Whoa. How does he manage to do this every damn week? And I think I said this, if not last week, the week before. There's a certain feel or tone, groove to Gamma's tracks, but I can't pick two tracks that sounds the same. He manages to do something very different every week. And before we go any further, if he does use or make stuff sound the same, literally, if this is the calendar, it's here and the next one shows up right here. That's a like. Real talk. Oh, there we go. It's here and the next one shows up here. That's crazy what he did with this. Since I started producing only a couple months before I joined CMA, the assignments have always required me to use a variety of BPM / tempos. At times, I am between 120 and 160. The very next assignment, I could be 70 to 90. The range I usually avoid is 100 to 120. Not that it's uncomfortable, but that it's uncomfortable. I just don't usually produce in that range. I settled in the 115 BPM for this one. Ingredients: synth, massive, serum, silent one, and prism. Bass loop, drums, drum one shots and loops chopped, restructured. Effects too many to mention. Some dope ass vocal shots. Gamma's secret special sauce. I don't know if we need to get a pause on that. Hashtag we are CMA. This joint is crazy. It's very crazy. As a normal Gamma joint is, let's just be honest. But man, what he did here was stupid. Like, I love the intro. I love when it kicks in, like when everything shows up and says, hello, we're here now. This is what we're doing. That main part rocks out for a little over a minute, and it's really dope. But what, in my opinion, what really adds extra character to this submission is when he breaks it all down around the 120 or so, and slowly stuff starts coming back together, building up to the full track again. And I love the elements that he has in there, because it's like dun 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 dun, and he got some other really dope keys and bass and stuff going on. I want to say it's around the 150. I could be wrong. When it actually builds back up and it goes back to the full beat, now we got this dope ass sexy sax. Oh my God. That is the icing on the cake. That's the cherry on top. That just made this track absolutely go from here to here. And you can't see my arm on purpose, my hand on purpose. I'm trying to prove a point. That's a bad dude. That's a bad dude. Whatever Gamma is drinking, eating, or about, I wish he could bottle some of that up and send it up to Detroit. Because good God. Woo! Stupidity. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunate that it's a short show, as I said earlier, but I think it was still a very dope show. So shout out to Gamma Pods, Ray D 3000, No One You Know, and XZ Beats for participating this week. Shout out to you for watching and supporting what we do every single week. We do this every Tuesday, normally, 8 p.m. EST, right here, live, youtube.com/Computer Music Academy. Would greatly appreciate if you came through and hung out with us one week. It's a party. We literally have fun. And hoping we can be back to regular live format next week. I got a feeling we will. But that being said, if you would like to be amongst the great talent pool that we have over at Computer Music Academy, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It's that simple. Done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya!